Today is May 31st, and I was trying to get a video out at least once per month. My cat is in my flowers. So if I don't get this one out tonight, which is unlikely, I will have failed that. But I did get out 2 last month. But I wanted to give you a little update today on the different things that we had tried to winter seed or that we were planting in the greenhouse, and where those were in the footage that you're gonna see here in a second, and then where they are today. But basically we're just kind of in full throttle spring. So we are actually racing against weeds and weeds. So we're trying to get everything planted, but weeding everything at the same time. We don't really use any pesticides or weed killer or anything like that. So we have to kind of combat all of that on our own. So I hope you enjoy it and enjoy seeing kind of the difference from March when the original footage was taken and today. I'm taking you out with me to check the winter sowing buckets. Most of these have actually germinated really well, but some of them did not germinate at all. So those ones we're actually going to take in and try again. So this one was a snapdragon. It has germinated. Another snapdragon. This one's germinated really well. Good. These are all snapdragons so far. I have like a million snapdragons. They are by far my favorite. This one is the Scabiosa Blue, and I've definitely got several of those in there. Scabiosa White coming up. This one is the lavender. Even though this one's not germinated, I'm not taking it in because I'm going to do some of those in trays. That was just an experiment. Lemon balm is coming up. This is the alyssum. It's the white and it's beautiful. This one is the purple alyssum and nothing's coming up in there. So I am going to take that in and see if we can redo that one. I was surprised because the alyssum white did so well. Bib lettuce looking very good. Foxglove has several coming up in there. Johnny's forget-me-not's good. Peppermint is coming up. Ooh, that's good. Sage. This one is the dill, and you can't really see it. Eucalyptus, I'm excited because those are coming up. Rosemary. I don't see anything in the rosemary, so I might try to take that one in. I'm not sure if that one just takes longer. That would be spearmint, and this one is cilantro. Ooh. Only the purple alyssum hadn't germinated. The rosemary also hadn't, but it really needs 70-degree weather, so I don't think it's ready yet, so I didn't worry about the rosemary. And then the strawberries were ruined by the chickens. So the chickens came through and dug through my strawberry pots. So those are wasted. And there weren't very many seeds in those. So I just did 3 of each type. The cherry blossom, which was the pink blossom. And then 3 of the white kind, which was hybrid. So Elon F1, I guess. That's my child. Anyway, so I did go ahead and winter seed those because the soil is supposed to stay moist. That'll help me not have to water it so much outside. And I'm hoping that'll just be then all 6 of them will germinate and I'll be able to plant them out. But if not, I've got a few seeds, like maybe 4 seeds of each type left, and I'll just plant them directly outdoors and give up. Okay, here is what we are planting today. These are all different cut flowers. Campanula, I've got a few different types of stock, so 4. And then we've got straw flower, gomphrena. It's a white gomphrena, which I think is pretty. Sunball, which is pretty cool. Dahlia, which I've never grown from seed. I honestly have no idea how well that's gonna work. Clarkia dianthus. And then I might sow some foxglove depending on how much room we have left. I am going to do this Linaria. I absolutely was, I don't know, I just thought this was adorable. So it's kind of like tiny snapdragons. Okay, I didn't show these earlier because I kind of forgot I had them, but I also went ahead and planted cinnamon basil, Dara, rose pink clarkia, clary sage pink Sunday, meadow sage, mountain mint, and finally pearly everlasting. So got 3 trays here and we'll see how they do. Hello, I am back again today. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt, but it doesn't smell yet, so I feel like I'm just saving laundry, electric, the shirt. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, to plant some seeds that I missed yesterday. So I actually got all of these just at a normal store, not Gurney's. 2 different types of morning glory. And I'm gonna do their container varieties. You do need to soak these. It says overnight in tepid water. Tepid, by the way, means lukewarm or moderately warm. So each of these has tepid water in it. I'm going to put the blue in this light tan one, the red in the yellow. And then those will soak overnight. And then I got several marigolds. As you probably know, marigolds help keep pests away from your garden. So these are the different varieties of marigold that I got. I tried really hard not to get a bushy marigold because they do get really big and I didn't want them to take over. So all of these are dwarf varieties. And then finally I got some cosmos. I didn't love cosmos for cut flowers because I felt like they didn't stay good as long as the other flowers, and they're very kind of ferny and delicate, so they just didn't hold up as well as I wanted. But I love them for just normal gardening, so I got these. So excited. I think it might be finally time to plant these babies. Some of them have not sprouted still, and I'm not sure if they just need a little more heat or what's going on there, but I'll go ahead and plant the others, and then maybe just as the weather warms up, these last ones will get there. These are red runner beans, and these are both rows of popcorn. This is all planted by Brad. There's watermelon, cantaloupe, and I think he might have planted some pumpkins in there. This is all spinach and lettuce that we planted that has gone to seed. And I have a few rows of sweet corn going here. And then 2nd year of asparagus. So we couldn't really cut that or use that yet. We just kind of wait for it and then cut it down. And 2nd year of rhubarb.
We have carrots and onions in here. I'm trying something new with the onions this year. I've heard that if you cut the leaves or whatever these are called, if you cut them down so that they don't fold over, that they will grow bigger. Also dig some space around the top of the onion. So we're gonna try that this year. And we've got our beautiful garlic over here. It's almost getting to be time. You can tell the tips are starting to turn brown. And once these start laying over, then we'll harvest. But I've just been trying to keep them watered because garlic is a heavy water needer.
So we have some cucumbers here.
They have been flowering for a while. They've all got little, if you come down here, you can see they're all the female flowers are starting to get little cucumbers on them. So you can tell a female, they are usually the very small ones, and the males are the big, humongous ones, and they will not have a fruit on that one. Cucumbers, I always plant those in hills. So I've got 3 big hills with 5 or 6 seeds in each. They all took, so we're gonna have a lot of cucumbers. And then these guys over here reseeded themselves from last year, and I'm a big sucker, so I can't usually, for the vegetables that I like, I can't kill them, so I just let them go as long as they're not crowding anything else out. Let go.
Yeah.
How whimsical. So we went a little crazy with peppers this year. We don't normally have luck with sweet peppers. I don't know what it is. Got to be something in the soil. But we went crazy on sweet peppers this year. So we got some red and green like normal. And then we also got some like a yellowish sweet pepper. I can't remember, Cubanelle or something like that. Last year we had something called an Italianelle, which grew humongous red and green peppers that were so sweet. They were the best. And I couldn't find them this year. So Cubanelle is supposed to be similar, but they are more of a yellow skin to them, but they're supposed to be just as sweet. So we'll see how those turn out. Okay, so these are our jalapenos here. They're already getting tall. They're our tallest ones. We usually have pretty good luck with those, knock on wood. I've had to support them already because they were falling over, so some of them have supports. Here are these are called Golden Bell sweet peppers. We've never had these before, but we like a sweet pepper, so we're gonna try those. These ones are struggling to get tall, but they're dark green and they're leafing out. So I'm just gonna leave them. I give them a little bit of fish emulsion, I think is what it is. You mix it in with a couple gallons of water. So all of them that were turning yellow and then hadn't grown tall yet, I gave a little spritz of nitrogen yesterday. So we'll see how that does. But most of them are looking great.
When I was younger, I started calling these cookies, and now I call them cookies.
So this is a funny scenario here. I had a package of sweet peas that sat out in the rain all last year, and I said, what the heck, I'll just plant all of them. And there were probably 30 seeds and 2 of them sprouted. So we'll see what we get out of the sweet peas, but I'm not holding my breath. It's gonna be a good harvest this year. Yeah, so this is our hot pepper row here. Besides the jalapenos over there, these are all hot peppers, habaneros, chili peppers, and I think that's it. We just have a lot of them. So this was a test. We tried to get a head start on the lettuce this year. We planted it super early, but then we covered it in this cold frame. I covered it in there was a big roll left over that we didn't use, and it did excellent. It did really well. You can see a bunch of it went to seed, but some of that over there is still pretty good. And then that Salanova that we're looking at right now is just a very great product. I'm going to keep buying the Salanova lettuce. Very tasty, very prolific. This is the second cutting, and it looks just as good as the first one did. So this is another onion bed. You can see I've chopped them down several times, probably 6 or 7 times already.
And we can eat those.
Yeah, you can eat these as, as a salad, part of a salad or something like that, or in any of your cooking. But the idea is that each one of these is a layer of an onion. So when they flop over, it actually kills that layer, so it limits the growth of the onion. So if you cut them down, it doesn't hurt the plant, they just grow another one, and it allows them to continue to grow bigger and fuller. So these are all grown from seed in a tray, and almost every one of them took, so we're very happy with our production on this. And same thing with tomatoes. These were all grown from seed. We really tried to focus on growing from seed this year, and it's really done well. These are all beefsteak tomatoes, these tall ones, and then down, the smaller ones down there are more of a kind of a snack tomato. They just grow a little like grape size, or I forget what these ones are, but
Cherry tomatoes, I think.
Cherry tomatoes, yeah. And you can see we've got some marigolds interspersed in here. They're supposed to be a great companion to peppers and tomatoes because they will dispel some of the annoying pest bugs that
They don't like them.
So yeah, so I've got one like every other tomato plant. This side does not do near as well with the peppers. You can just see the leaf color is not great, the size is not great. This last year was all jalapenos and they did fantastically, so I'm not gonna get too upset right now. We'll wait until it gets super hot because that's really when the peppers take off. And over here, all of these green beans that you see, they all reseeded themselves from last year. I'm a sucker, I can't pull them, and I didn't have to plant them, and they're not interfering with anything. That's actually just a walkway. So I just walk around them, and yeah, we'll see how they go. In the bug netting is all of our brassicas. All of the brassicas get devastated by cutworms, I think is what they are. One week they'll be great, and then you'll come back a couple days later and all of the leaves will be gone and the plants will be dead. So this year we bought some bug netting, and we'll see how that does. So far, so good. There's been no issues besides our ducks walking on it and trampling everything. We are signing off from the garden. Until next time, goodbye.
My smile is radiant as the rising sun. I slip on my shoes and begin to run, singing like a bird, graceful as a doe. My garden is calling, and I must go. To discover a treasure of something new, a fragile bloom covered in dew. To call the names of the flowers I know, my garden is calling, and I must go. I tug out the weeds and trim off the dead. I acknowledge the bob of each nodding head. I keep friendly bugs but banish the foes. The garden is calling, and I must go. For here I'm surrounded by stillness and beauty, in a world filled with busyness, movement, and duty. I found some earth to make my own. I imagined the face of each seed I've sown. I toiled so it would look just so. My garden is calling, and I must go.